Hello again, YouTube. It's Skylar. Welcome back to my house and my face. Today, I am going to be talking about being transgender in the workplace, which I think can hit home for a lot of people, not just the transgender community themselves, but also the people that work with transgender individuals and the challenges that can arise on both sides from that. So, just to start off, my personal experience transitioning in the workplace was pretty much hitting the ground running, and that wasn't necessarily the ideal or how I wanted to start my transition at the work, but it was the hand that I was dealt, and I had to play with those cards. But ideally, it's probably best if you are in a work environment to gradually sort of incorporate that idea rather than jumping right out the gate, because that's going to cause a lot of issues early on. The thing people that are considering transitioning need to realize is that when you're in a work environment, you're sharing that space with everyone that works there. It's not just your place. It's that whole bubble exists sort of codependently with everybody. So you have to take in consideration that your space is going to be encroaching on someone else's space that they might not want that. Now, obviously, we all have to work. All transgender people are still people, and they need money just like everyone else to pay rent and food. So transgender people in the workplace is going to happen. It's just a reality that we can't just disappear because it's less convenient. So I'm going to present both sides sort of to give a better understanding of how transgender people and cisgender people in the workplace can coexist in harmony and peace. Okay, so if you are transgender, pre-transition or thinking about transitioning, and you currently have a long-term job or you are in a workplace setting that you're going to be in for a considerable length of time, the first thing that you need to do before you do anything else is you need to tell your employer. And you need to tell them as soon as possible, because that'll stop a lot of things that could go horribly wrong later down the road. And make sure that you give them enough time so it's not overnight. You don't want to tell them that you're transgender and then show up to work the next day as your authentic self, because that's going to cause a lot of stress. So make sure you give ample time and sort of like ease your way into it to make it less shocking to people, because not everyone is going to see it the way that you do, whereas it's a general transition. They're just going to go, boom, whoa, what just happened? And you have to take in consideration their feelings on that too, because it's not just you that's transitioning. It's the people around you have to sort of transition to become more acclimated to your new identity, and that takes some work, whether they agree with your lifestyle choices or not. That's going to be hard, and you have to give them time. So don't push it onto anyone. Don't force. Basically, when you're in the workplace and you're transitioning, just keep it professional. Just keep work, life. And if you do that, things will go fine. If people are going to need their space. They're not used to this new idea of, well, one day my coworker was this person and now they're this person and I don't know. And you just got to give them space. You got to give them time. And that's going to really help in the long run, because that's going to show respect, because it's not just about other people respecting you transitioning. It's about understanding that you transitioning, you have to be respectful to other people as well, because they're going to have a hard time dealing with it too. So just have that mutual understanding of they're going to have a hard time just like you're going to have a hard time with certain things, and just keep the workplace, and life. And as far as that goes, everything should be smooth after that. Now, as far as someone who works in the workplace and has a transgender coworker, don't assume that every little thing that you might say will offend them, because for the most part it's not. If someone accidentally misgenders me at work, I don't really care. It's not going to make me go home and cry. There's a difference between someone intentionally trying to be malicious and someone accidentally messing up on your pronouns because they've known you for so long as a certain way and now they have to automatically switch. So it's not really going to be insulting or offensive if you accidentally misgender me or call me by my old name. And again, I can't speak on behalf of all transgender people because I'm just myself, but for the most part, don't try to be overly sensitive and overly careful, because it comes off as really weird and it just makes the whole situation even that much more uncomfortable. I have no problem joking about me being trans as long as it's lighthearted and it's not malicious. People are people. We can all joke about stuff and not be super overly triggered, special snowflakes, blah, blah, blah. But you have to make sure that you're not saying something that you may intentionally be hurting their feelings. So if you're talking behind their back, even if they don't hear it, that can get back to them, and that's going to be more hurtful than accidentally slipping up on their pronoun. Talking about transgender people behind their back can be really devastating because it creates a culture of gossip. And the last thing that transgender people necessarily want to do in the workplace is draw more attention to themselves. So it's just better to just live and let live, and just go about your day. We're all here for the same thing. We just want a paycheck. Just make your money and go home. That's all you want. That's all you want. No drama. Don't add drama to something that's already going to create drama no matter what. So yeah, I think that's about it for today as far as the workplace goes. I think I'll make a separate video as far as public goes, because I think that's a whole different can of worms, because there are jobs that require dealing with the public and there's ones that don't, and that's more specific to just the transgender person themselves. So I will leave it at that for now, and I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe to see more of my face, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.